We have so much to cover today, so I'll go ahead and kick things off. Welcome to the class. Okay, so I'll run through quickly introduction and agenda. So, why is this masterclass extremely important? The reason is because if you don't set a clear target for yourself, okay, you're likely not to do what you need to do to achieve it. What I see today is that many people are doing barest minimum and they're expecting maximum. There's a lot of confusion in the minds of people. People are everywhere, but they are making little progress. They're not able to actually advance themselves towards a higher goal. So, this is about clarity. This is about skills. This is about adopting the right mindset. It's about the systems that would help you unlock this level of opportunity for yourself. It's actually much more easier to achieve this level of right results in your business today than 40 years ago. Okay, so what I'll be teaching you today is absolutely going to transform your life. It's going to change your life. So I want you to stay tuned. Again, I'm going to cover mindset, skills and precision, system strategies. I'll conclude. And then I have a bonus at the end of this class where I'm going to teach you and share with you 5 secrets of billionaires. Okay? Because here's the deal, those who achieve this level of success, they are humans. You want to know, what do they do differently? How do they show up differently? Because if you know what they know and you do what they do, you will get the results they're getting. Again, if you know what millionaires know, okay, and you do what millionaires do, you position yourself to achieve the results that they achieve. But if you don't know what they know, and if you don't do what they do, right, you actually exclude yourself from these opportunities. So many people do minimum expecting maximum. It doesn't work that way. The laws of sowing and reaping applies in life. If you want specific results for your life, you need to set your eyes, you need to set yourself towards achieving it. You know why? You get to create the realities of your life. So the millionaire mindset will create millionaire type results. Okay? So that's what today is about. I'm going to break it down, what you need to know, your outlook, the mindset you need to adopt, what you need to understand, right? And practical tips and skills that will help you achieve this level of success. And we're also going to cover the systems and strategies that help people achieve, again, this level of success. As someone who has served as a strategist to the world's largest company, right? These are the types of strategies we design, the biggest brands in the world design. As someone who serves on the board of businesses, right? I'm going to be teaching you today how you need to think if you want to achieve this level of results for yourself. It's achievable, it's attainable, it's not impossible, it is possible, but you've got to adopt a particular type of mindset and you've got to set your gaze and your intentions and your actions must match the results you desire to see. Okay, so let's dive into it. So I have my notepad here and my notes. The first thing when it comes to mindset that I want you to realize today and be aware of, you do not create money, you attract money. Okay, where is money created? Okay, Federal Reserve, right? They print money, they manufacture money. Yes, they do manufacture money. And then they distribute it to through the economy. Okay, it is manufactured by the government and distributed into the economy. What you as an entrepreneur, what you are to do is to attract money through your work, right? Through what you create. And money flows into value. Money is driven into value. So your job, the first thing I want you to know, okay, on your journey to becoming a millionaire is to become valuable. Your number one job is to increase your value, okay, your market value. Okay, whether the skills, and I'll go deeper into this, but I'm laying the foundation is that your number one job, okay, to become a millionaire is to increase your value, because money flows into what is valuable. So that's the first thing. You do not create money, you attract it. In order for you to attract money, money flows into value, and your job is to increase your value. Okay? That's your first assignment. I want you to start thinking right now. Okay? Because the way to attract it again is to become more valuable, right? And the value that you increase, that you can create, will be determined by the results you can generate for other people. So I'm breaking this thing down. I'm going to make it very, very, very simple. Okay? Money flows into value. Your job is to increase value. And value is a concept that humans determine. People determine value. So in order for you to increase value, the results you can achieve for humans, for people, has to increase. Okay? What are people interested in? Those who can generate results for them. That is what we value. Okay? As humans, we value results. Right? As humans, we value results. The reason we need doctors, the doctors get results. Lawyers get results. Dentists get results. Okay? Accountants get results. Pilots get results. You get my point? Is that this world, we are always looking for people, right, who can achieve results, right? So in order for you to be valuable to people, you have to start with what results will you create, generate, deliver, distribute in the world. Okay? This is important. Results is about solving problems. Okay? Results is about solving problems. What problems will you solve to create results for people? Pilots solve a problem to fly a plane. Why do we need a plane? To transport us faster to our destination. Doctors solve a problem. They deliver specific results. And because of that, we value them. So part of the mindset of the millionaire is results oriented, problem solution, right? To increase value. Value is seen through the lens of the problems you can solve and the results you can deliver. Problem you can solve and the results you can deliver. This is where value originates. Okay? And money flows into that. When someone can solve specific problems and achieve specific results, they are perceived as valuable. And the moment they are perceived as valuable, guess what? We are willing to invest and serve them. We are magnetized, we are attracted to such people all over the world. You are attracted to such people. People who can deliver value for you. Okay? They can create results for you. You will move closer to them. This is how things work. So your job on your journey to becoming a millionaire is to be that person, to become that person that can solve incredible problems, that can generate incredible results, that is perceived as valuable in the world. Money will naturally flow into that. Okay? Money will flow into that. But here's the key. So everything I just shared sounds simple. Everything I just shared sounds easy. Why are people not doing it? If it is that simple, increase your value, solve more problems, okay? Create results for the world, and money will flow. Then your question will be, listen, Tony is saying something very, very simple. Why are people not doing it? The reason I'll tell you now, because I want you to watch out for it. And I don't want you to fall prey to this. It is easy, okay? But the difficult part of this is what most people do not do, is that you actually have to think to solve problems. That's it. Most humans do not like to think because thinking is very, very, very difficult. Okay? Thinking is difficult. Everybody knows what the problems are. If I'm to ask you now, what are the problems in your community? You will list them. Okay? In fact, when you move around the world and you go from city to city, let me tell you this secret. Everything you see about cities, when humans congregate, when humans come together, when you go from city to city, town to town, whatever you see is a reflection of the thinking capacity of the people who dwell in that space. Yes. If you go downtown Chicago and you see skyscraper, listen, thinkers created that. If you go somewhere else and you're like, whoa, there's nothing happening here, this is it. Lack of thinking. Because we think our way to solving problems, we think our way to creating solutions. I want you to remember this forever. Okay? Because the world is currently being conditioned in a very accelerated way, in an accelerated fashion, not to think or to think less. People are being reprogrammed, right? To be impatient with thinking, to be skipping, scrolling, skimming, rushing. And here's the thing, you cannot rush your way to success. Rushing is a chaotic mind. It's not clear because you need clarity to create solutions. You need calm. You need precision. You need focus. You need commitment. You need time. You need patience. You need clarity to design solutions that will address specific problems. And many people think at a surface level. Many people think at a surface level. Many people don't go into the depths that would unlock these best solutions in the world. So that's why many people are not able to solve their own problems and the problems of the world. Lack of thinking. Okay? Lack of thinking. You think less. Thinking is the most important part of this. Because once you realize that you're going to think your way to success, then you need to create space and time that allows you to process the things you see around you and to check in within yourself to say, how would you solve this? If you could solve it, because this is the birthplace of ideas, if you were to embark on solving this specific problem, how would you solve it? In fact, part of also the journey of success is knowing what problems actually require solution. Again, the things I'm sharing sound simple, but once you grasp it, it's going to change your life. You need to be patient enough. You need to be patient enough to listen to your world, awareness, perception, to even be able to understand what are the problems in the world today. What are people's challenges? What is going on? You've got to care enough to even begin to identify problems beyond you. So when many people are not courageous enough to confront their own problems and to have a sense of belief that they can solve it, it's very difficult to step away from your own needs and focus on the needs of other people. Because remember, part of this journey is to solve for others. This is how you attract people. And guess what? People is really ultimately the source. Okay? They are the source of all that you want. You have to attract people to attract money. This is a secret. You have to attract people to attract money. And two things has to be true. Okay? Two things has to be true. There must be strong desirability for the value okay, tied to the results you're delivering and the problems you're solving. It must be desired. People must desire to solve that. They must want to remove that pain. They must want and desire what it is you're offering. That's the first requirement. The second requirement is must be commercial. There are many problems people want solved in the world today, but they are unwilling to pay for it to be solved. Again, there are many problems that the world wants solved today, but if they are unwilling to pay, right, to solve it, then it's not commercially viable. So those two things, watch out for them. Desire for the problem to be solved, okay? And the ability and willingness to pay to have it solved permanently, right? Watch out for that. So I'm building on, right? We're building on. So again, it's about increasing your value. And when we're talking about value, you first have to create the value, okay, that is elevated to the level of millionaire. What is that? What does that look like? When I talk about you have to create value, okay, that can be perceived, that is right? When we talk about valuation, okay, the value you're creating generates results, solve specific problems for a certain group of people. The combination of that is when we start talking about valuation. Okay? Because many people may generate results, okay, that is valuable, generate results, solve specific problems for a limited amount of people, right? This is the math side of this. Okay? You can solve the same problem, okay, and create results, but the monetary value may be less because only a few number of people want that problem solved and is interested in paying, okay, to get that result. The value will be less. Once you start getting into the millionaire focus phase, is you want to grow the number of people you can solve for. You want to increase the magnitude and significance and importance of the problem you can solve, right? You want to increase the results you can deliver. When you do those three things, you've set up yourself to be indispensable in the world. Increased number of people, magnitude, importance of problem solved, the results, superior results. When you bring those three things together, you are positioned in a very strategic place, right? To attract those people that want those problems removed, right? The big problems in their life, okay? The big challenges, and they want results fast. That is the secret for achieving, being on this journey, okay? So as we're going on, what I also want you to think about, again, I will always say think. You know why? I can transfer knowledge as I am. However, you have to think to solve your own problems. I'll give you the framework, I'll give you the strategy, I'll give you the mindset, I'll give you the approach, I'll give you the roadmap, I'll give you instruction, I'll give you that. Right? It's like you want to cook food, ingredients, recipe. But if you don't cook, if you don't take the information, the knowledge, and show up to mix it all up and think through, right, the nuances and figure this out, this is also another challenge in the world where many people do not get these results. So yes, you will think about your own reality. You think about the people you want to solve for. You think about the specific problems they are navigating that you have a desire of addressing. You think of the solution you want to create. You think about how to solve that problem. You think about what you need to solve that problem. You think about how long it's going to take to solve that problem. You think about how to package that solution You think about how to deliver the solution. You're going to think about how long it's going to take you to communicate, to build trust in the marketplace. You think about how to collect your money. You would think about, right, the best way to sustain that relationship. Everything is about thinking, the level of thinking. And I said, thinking is hard. Many people will rather stay in their own problems and give up. They throw their hands up and they say, this problem exists. These are the people that made this problem exist. This problem exists. Why does it exist? It exists, it exists, it exists. That's easy. Talking about problems is easy. Complaining about problem is easy. That's the easy stuff. And many people who do not do this level of thinking, you will find that they complain. That is a secret, right? You want to move away, right? When you go into a place, when people complain a lot, it is a symptoms of lack of answers. Because once you have answers to the questions in your mind, you're good to go. When you don't have answers, okay, when people haven't solved, when people haven't thought about solutions, when people don't have solutions, okay, and there's a problem, there's confusion. This is where they go into serious confusion. Why is this happening? Why is this? Why is the conditions this way? Why is this, right? So the millionaire mindset is not a confused mindset. It's a clear mindset. It's a focused mindset. It's a determined mindset. Okay? It's a committed mindset. It's a belief mindset. It's a trusting mindset. It's a patient mindset. Okay? You set yourself in pursuit of the problem you want to solve for who you want to solve it for. Okay? That's the journey a millionaire mindset is on. Okay? It's a journey, right? You have to be in motion. You have to be in movement. We have to be thinking. The first movement is the movement of the mind. The first movement, the first journey, before you ever do anything physically, is that the mind must be clear, right, into the results it's seeking to create and deliver. And a mind that is not oriented towards results and is oriented towards problems only, and talking about problems versus solving the problems, cannot create millionaire results. Okay? Because the job, okay, is to attract money. Money only flows into value. What people consider value is based on problems you can solve for them and the results you can deliver, right? They must agree that it's commercial, they can pay you to have it removed, and it's desirable. They strongly want that solution. This is the fast track because many people will go round and round and round, okay? Looking for a solution that people don't find desirable. It's not big enough. Okay, they don't want it solved. It's not big enough. Okay? And they're not ready to pay to solve it. Watch out for that. This is how you guarantee your own results. You don't embark, do not embark on a journey that people don't need you embarking on, that the world hasn't sent you on, unless you've got unlimited resources and you feel called to solve. The world will reward you eventually, but by that time, it just depends. It depends on the resources at hand, on the problems you want to pursue. Okay? So this is so, so important. I've talked about what type of problem you want to solve. Highly desirable, highly commercial. You've got to build trust. When I teach in the class on the 10-week accelerator, when I teach on branding, it's about helping you identify the level of trust, okay, that you need to build in the marketplace for people to seek to be in relation with you and your work. Okay, when you talk about branding, is that even when you create a solution, okay, even when you've solved the problem, okay, People then have to build a certain type of relationship with you and your business and your work, right? That is about trust, because we do business with people we know, like, and trust, right? Branding supports you there. So the 10-week accelerator will unlock these granular skills, how to do it. Today, I'm covering, okay, that millionaire mindset. If you want to build a $1 million business, you cannot be doing average. You cannot be thinking average. You've got to pursue so much more, right? So much more value creation, generating incredible results in the world, right? For a high number of people, right? That agree with you, that are willing to pay you, right? To remove the problem, to solve the problems in their life, right? They strongly desire to work with you. They trust that they can work with you. They trust you that you're the best person to create that solution for them. They've got to trust that. Okay, so building trust is supported also by branding. So mindset really must be oriented towards results, must be oriented towards problem solution, must be oriented towards value delivery, value creation. It must be oriented towards amplifying your solutions. Okay, you have to level up to meet this level of creativity. Okay, and when people refuse to think, they remain in their own problems and they cannot solve much for the world. And guess what? The world also will not reward them, because we only reward people who have created value for us that is highly desirable, right? And we're willing, we are extremely interested in acquiring that solution. And we're ready to exchange its value for value, our money for that value exchange. That's how this works. And when people do not go on this journey, okay, when they do not create maximum value, they're creating less value, okay, they are connecting with less people, they're solving less problems, they're solving and creating less results, okay, then the rewards is also less. So I'm making that connection for you to understand. So moving on to skills. What skills do you now need to be able to generate that level of results? Because you're going to need to ask yourself this question: what results am I going to create in the world? What challenges and problems am I going to solve in the world? Right? What problems do I want to address? Do I want to invest my time, energy, and resources to go after, to tackle? Yes, you've got to tackle it. You've got to focus. Okay? And one other reason why people don't focus and tackle is because most people in the world are also immersed in emotional anguish, chaos. They are managing chaos full time. They've not organized their life. Okay? If people don't organize their life, right, an unorganized life cannot solve problems for the world. You find out that many people are so emotional in their day-to-day life. It's out of control. Right? This is why in game plan 1, game plan 2, the mindset programming is really getting back in the driver's seat. You've got to gain back control of your own life. You've got to calm, in a way, your internal challenges storm. You've got to get a grip. You've got to get a hold of your own mind, your own emotion. You've got to streamline that. Why? So that you can think clearly. Right? Those who have emotional issues cannot think about solving somebody. They are overwhelmed. They are incredibly overwhelmed with day-to-day life. People who are overwhelmed with their day-to-day life will not create the solutions that will help them get the results, right? That will attract money. This is when we talk about personal investments, right? Mindset coaching, the game plan 1, game plan 2, those programs are there to support the academy members, the entrepreneurs in my academy. Because I know if you don't clear out all the internal stuff, you're already overwhelmed, seriously overwhelmed. He said, she said, he said, right? Relational issues, all of those things, they're all there to prevent you from this journey. Because those who create this journey, they clear out all of those things. You know why? You cannot let yourself stop yourself. Your lack of skill in managing your own emotions and your own mind is stopping you from creating in the world. Okay? Your lack of skill in managing your own emotion and mind is preventing people from creating the solutions that will help them attract the money they want in business. So this is important. It is important for you. The first skill that is required, right, that the millionaire mindset pursue is self-mastery. Self-mastery is that first skill. Master thyself. Gain control over your own mind, because that mind is the factory for solving problems. And if that factory is chaotic, disturbed, highly disturbed, confused, you can't focus and do this work, right? In the 10-week accelerator, the first journey, the 3-hour class, masterclass, the game plan, 12 strategies for winning, is that focus. It will help you focus. The game plan 2 is a 30-day programming, reprogramming. You must orient yourself. You must reset that factory. You must retool it, because sometimes, like if you go in, let's just imagine that somebody goes into your mind. What would they see? Is it streamlined, clear? This is what you want to do. These are your goals, right? This is the life you want. Clarity. Do you have a clear picture? Or is everything everywhere? Confusion, lack of limited, all of these things. You've got to address those things quickly. Because as long as the mind, the human mind, is buried under chaotic thinking, troubled, that's the first duty, to clear out, get your mind back, get your focus back, get your life back, plan your life, get a grip of your days, be in charge of your life, so that you can then start planning on resource allocation, how you're going to allocate your time, where you're going to focus, where you're committing to. Okay, and here's something to also watch out. The most chaotic minds, you can see also the movement of the chaotic mind, particularly online, in, out, right? It's everywhere. It's not streamlined. It's not focused. They don't know what they're looking for, but they are everywhere. You don't want to be that. Doing this work actually requires you to calm down, to be rested, to be calm, to think. Thinking is a slow process. It's like sipping tea. Thinking is not, right? The frantic movements that you can sense the energy in, on, right? Everybody in, out. Calm down. You actually have to calm down. That's why the academy is one where you will focus and invest time. I always say, print out the materials. Think through it, answer the questions, do the assignment, do it calmly. You've got to pull yourself out of the chaotic space. Pull yourself out. You've got to pull yourself out, because the energy online is erratic and it's affecting people's thinking abilities. You can't even think. You know why? Ask yourself, the last 24 hours, can you remember anything you consumed scrolling, skipping? If you're going to build $1 million business, you need to spend time thinking of in a very quiet space. You need to create an environment of calm and rest and peace. Your mind needs it. Your mind needs it. Your mind needs focus. And if you're everywhere and people are saying, come, you go, you're everywhere, you are confusing your mind. And your mind cannot guide you, cannot help you, as right. You can, this, when we talk about productivity, you are lowering your own productivity when you're not thinking clearly. Your mind has the capacity to produce incredible results for you and I, right? That's how this is designed. It's there to help you create, right, the reality you desire. That's what it's for. It's a tool in your hands. But when you load it up, you overwhelm it, and it's not organized, you'll be overwhelmed. So, part of the millionaire mindset, listen, peace. You have to seek out peace, internal peace, even external. Your environment must change. The places you are going to, you must calm yourself, right? Because when people are trying to rush you, you have to be in control. You have to resist chaos. You have to remove chaos from your space, right? Institutions exist to bring order to chaos. You've got to remove chaos from your environment. Absolutely. You've got to remove chaos from your environment, right? The 10-week accelerator, the programs, is very systematic, step by step. And somebody that is not focused, somebody that is rushing, somebody that is chaotic will skip step. Oh, I've heard that before, right? Like, you can see what's going on. That's not new. You are missing, you don't know what you're missing. Let me tell you a funny thing. I have a friend that mines diamond, actually an acquaintance. Raw diamond, if given to the unfocused, skilled mind, will be mistaken for stone. Many people, because they've not trained themselves to pause, to focus, to think, to explore, to investigate, to interrogate, right? What is this? What am I holding? Is it valuable? How valuable is it? Let me do research. Oh, let me learn. But guess what people do? Throw away. They're throwing away everything. Because they are making assumption. They are running their life, not with focus, but feeling. Oh, it doesn't feel right. It feels like I've heard that. They cannot create this level of results. That mind will never create this kind of results. Okay? So the first skill you must pursue is taking charge of your mind, taking charge of your emotion, calming all storms, putting yourself in a place of peace and rest so that you can think, so that you can create, so that you can explore. Okay? Then there are definitely technical skills. All of those skills, they're included as a 10 subject in the 10-week accelerator in the academy. 10 weeks accelerator. That 10 weeks accelerator actually was taught in a year. And now, the reason I call it an accelerator is you can complete in 10 weeks what it took a year to teach. Massive, massive results. Okay? Is that, for example, a program I taught for 5 weeks in a month. Okay, I taught it for 5 weeks. Guess what? It's now collapsed as a 1-week program. But you have to focus. You will need to focus to learn the strategies included in that program, to think about the solutions and the problems you will use the strategies for. Right? You have to remove yourself from social media hopping and invest time, quality time, offline, to think, to explore, to use the strategies that I'm delivering to you in the 10-week accelerator, to find places you want to apply it to in your business so that you can take your business to the next level. These results will not come easy. Okay? That's why surface thinking will not work. Those who keeps thinking at the surface level, barest minimum, and do not dig into the depths of diamond, of gold, the best solution in the world will emerge from a place of thinking, deep thinking, slow thinking, not erratic, not rushed, not confused. Don't allow yourself to be confused on this process. So strategies I love strategies because when you develop skill develops over time through repetition and practice. So hurry up and practice. I always say that. Once you develop skill, strategies, application of skill and knowledge towards achieving specific results becomes refined. The quality of strategic planning is very dependent on the quality of the skills, the quality of the knowledge, the quality in terms of the experience. Because someone who has incredibly more experience and has superior skill will design and execute a strategy that will get better, superior results. Okay? Strategy comes in once you've developed skills and you've acquired knowledge and you have a goal that you want to achieve, and you know the different ways of achieving it, and you know the one that is most optimized to get you the results as fast as you want it derived. This is the power of strategy. I served as a strategist for the world's largest company. Annual revenue going on to $600 billion. Trust me, superior strategies always emerge from superior mindsets, skill sets, okay, experience. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You don't stumble into this precision of creating that level of results in the world. This is why I always say learn fast. Go through the 10-week accelerator, learn fast, learn all these things, branding, marketing, right? Develop these skills. Every subject, develop the skills so that the foundation of your business can be strengthened and secured. And then you can implement strategies to help you build your $1 million business. Okay? This is so powerful because also the $1 million mindset realizes you must build systems. Systems that can continue to create results. Systems that can also create results for you and results for the world. This is where we talk about business model. It's the intersection of I'm giving you, but I'm being rewarded, right? We're creating solutions and we're being rewarded. That's the exchange. When there is no exchange, this doesn't work. The system that will allow you to deliver your solution and take your results must be created. And to create a $1 million system, okay, you've got to think about sustaining. You've got to think about the structures and the processes that will allow you to reach people, that will allow you to deliver your $1 million message, that will allow you to create your $1 million solutions, right? That will allow you to create your $1 million brand, right? That will help you create a system that is valuable at $1 million. So that's the question. What are you going to build that is going to be valued at $1 million? Do you have a system that you are building that will be valued at $1 million, that it can create value for the world at this level, and that the reward that comes into that business, right, that the system can bring in more reward? The $1 million mindset is thinking about that. Think about the system that will help you do this. Because when there's no system that can deliver results valued at $1 million and get results valued in the millions, it's tough for you to go around, right, delivering value, minimal value to minimal amount of people, on and on. So let me give you an example. You think about Walmart, you think about Amazon, right? Walmart had to create, right, over 4,000 stores in the US to deliver value to different people located at different cities. They had to plan it all out. They created retail stores, systems that they can deliver products to, and people can walk in, take the products, take the value, and give them the money. They had to build system, physical stores, okay, that they can deliver values to. They deliver their trucks to deliver products to, that is highly desirable: toothpaste, soap, right? Groceries, clothing, everything people need. And then people will go in there, see the value, take it, exchange it for money, pay for it. You think about gas station is the same. It's a system, it's a structure that allows people to deliver gas. Those who need gas goes to it, takes the gas, pays them, rewards them for doing that work. Walmart had to design over 4,000 stores, putting them closer to people so that it can deliver value and get reward. Deliver value, get reward. Deliver value, get reward. Here's your soup, give us your money. Here's your banana, right? Here's your strawberry. They had to build an entire supply chain network to support the infrastructure, to support the delivery, the fast delivery, right? In road networks, right? Importing products manufactured from different parts of the world, distributing it to those 4,000 plus stores, so that just so people can go in there, right, to access the value they want and to say, you know what, thank you so much. This is my banana and it's soap, salt, fish, right? The things that are highly desirable, highly commercial. Highly desirable, we want it. Commercial, we are willing to pay for it. Think about Amazon. Amazon is the full automation. Amazon got incredibly powerful, right, with automation, cloud computing, because that single website, Amazon.com, replaced the entire infrastructure of stores located near people, physical stores. All of a sudden, it's a website. You go to that website, you can search for what you need, something that is valuable to you, that you desire, and it's commercial. You check it out, you bring your card, you swipe, you pay them. Amazon delivers it to you, right? Your ability to build those systems. The physical stores was the system Walmart built over the last 50 years. Amazon came in about 20 years ago, built another system that allows them to deliver value and get the reward. Listen, they will not deliver you a TV without you paying them and rewarding for that work. That's commercial, the commercial side of it. They will give you value. You see the picture, you want it, you pay for it if you desire it, and then they would fulfill their promise to you. The relationship they have in the marketplace is the relationship of trust. You trust that when you give them your money, they will deliver your result. They've proven over years, over and over and over again, that you can trust that brand. If you go to another website you do not trust, listen, it's highly risky. Okay? So think about the system. Think about scaling the system. You test it out, then you scale. And this is where I'm going to start moving into the bonus section for today's masterclass. Okay? Because the millionaire mindset needs to focus on skills, discipline, focus, clarity, system, strategies. Scaling what works is the next level. Once you have a fundamental system, you don't want to build a system that cannot scale. Many people are building systems that cannot scale. Can your system scale? How long will it take for you to deliver the results, solve the problems for the number of people, okay, that will get you $1 million? This is when you start getting into pricing, and it's part of the program in the 10-week accelerator that I will link below. Okay? Pricing, right, is a mathematical, right, conversation to $1 million. If you want to achieve that number, what is the value of the problem? Value, okay, perceived value. How many of it will you solve for how many numbers of people? How soon can your message reach those people? How soon can you deliver that result? Here's what's actually also important. Once you set your mind on this journey, and if this is what you're trying to solve for, this is what I mean, like you do not have to, you can't do average anymore. Once you just need to focus, you just need to focus on solving this equation. How many people do I need to reach? What am I going to do for them? At what price? At what rates? That is the mindset, okay, that creates this level of results. But as long as you are out there doing BRS minimum, not planning, thinking you can stumble into it, you don't know what you're doing, you're not getting closer to what you want. So start now with the 10-week accelerator. Secure your foundation, your knowledge foundation. Develop skills, these skills, right? And then systems. The lead generations, you see the systems in the 10-week accelerator, designing them, it's brick by brick, brick by brick. But when you don't build the foundation of personal responsibility, of focus in your mind so you can think clearly, people are missing that foundation first. And that's why it's the first solution delivered, right, as part of the 10-week accelerator. Mindset, personal development, the 12 strategies for winning, your personal strategy workbook. You have to discipline to yourself and commit to yourself first to go on this full journey of creating your $1 million business. So I'm wrapping up that. On that note, thank you. Now let me quickly share with you 5 secrets of the billionaire. Number 1, leverage. Leverage. Okay? What are you going to use in the market, right, to create leverage for yourself, to pull in what it is you want? So as example, I like to share stories that are simple, that are very, very easy to understand. When a fisherman goes to the stream, just imagine 2 fishermen. I wouldn't even call them fishermen. Let's say 2 people go to the stream. Okay? One went in with baits. The other went in with baits and fishing rod. Okay? One went in only with baits, and another went in with the right bait and fishing rod. The first one has limited leverage. They have the value that the fish wants, but they do not have the leverage to get what they want. Watch out, because many people today may have a solution. You may have a solution that the world wants, but you are missing the leverage that will help you get what you want. This is in the world of content. You're giving content, and you're hoping that the fish that you want to come to you. No, you don't have leverage. The other person that has both the fish, the bait, what the fish wants. I know what you want, market. Here is it. But guess what? I'm not going to give it to you for free. We're going to hook it on our leverage and we're going to pull it in. That's the first picture I want you to understand with leverage. Leverage to get what you want. Leverage to get what you want out of the opportunities of life. Now, the ultimate leverage would be your systems, your structures, your processes. But many times in the world of on the journey of building your $1 million business, you've got to invest in building leverage. Okay? In this case, in my analogy, this story, leverage is something simple. You can go to a store and just get a fishing rod. I just used it to explain that there's a mindset you have to put on. That once I know how to create solutions for the world, I know what people want. I know what you want. Well, I need to know what I want in exchange to give you what you want. But in order to build that structure that guarantees that you get rewarded many, many times, sometimes you may some people do debt, some people would raise capital. When you think about Wall Street, public capital, is that to build, for example, a manufacturing site, to build the solution, to build the product, to build the company structure, sometimes you may have to also build another type of leverage. For example, let's say the fishing rod You do not have a fishing rod, you may have to go borrow to return with maybe extra. Is that the billionaire, those on this incredible journey, they've mastered leverage. We trade leverage. We leverage different things, ultimately to get what we want. Okay? But you need to start with, what do you want? What do you want? What do other people want that I can get them in exchange for what I want to get another thing I want that I have to leverage? So you might actually have multiple leverage conversations going on, right? You want to sell apparel. You don't have a factory. You are not a seamstress. You do not have skills. You might have to leverage somebody else's talent to make it. You might have to leverage somebody else's factory to produce it. You might have to leverage somebody else's distribution channel to distribute it. You might have to leverage relationship that will give you access to talk to the buyer to buy it. So leverage really is another level of engagement in the marketplace. Many people, the reason I'm teaching this is that many people think through the lens of what they do not have, the money they do not have. And so because they are not thinking about leverage, okay, they're not able to advance. Because they will say they don't have time, they don't have this, they don't have this, they don't have this, they don't have this. This is why they're not doing this. This is why not, right? It's a thinking. The next level thinking is to think leverage. What do I have to exchange for what I want or what somebody else wants that I can trade to give them what they want? And then, right, there's several things you leverage here and there. Okay, so never think that, right? If you know leverage, you can trade your way. Ultimately, it might take you 12 steps, it might even take you 100 steps. You can leverage your way to millionaire, you can leverage your way to billionaire. It has nothing to do with money, it has everything to do with leverage. Stacked up leverage. Okay, so start practicing it out because it grows, it expands. Another secret is generosity. Generosity will attract more people to you. Okay? Generosity will attract. Remember, you want to attract. You've got to become a generous person. Right? Billionaires employ this principle of generosity because you attract goodwill of men. People will talk great about you. You serve the world will serve you back in many, many, many different ways. So you realize that many people who are not generous, right? They can't get to this level. It's tough. Not just tough, near impossible. If you're only thinking about you, yourself, and you're not thinking about the world, you're not thinking of solving, you're not thinking of value, you're not thinking of increasing, nobody cares then about you. The world cares about you for what you can give the world. And generosity is one of those things. Reciprocity. Reciprocity is one of the most important things on this journey. Reciprocity. It's even principle of sowing and reaping. Learn how to be generous. Learn how to reciprocate good will, good things people do for you. Pay it back. It's a principle. Start paying it back. Many people take and they don't give. They take and they don't give. Listen, you need to be flowing. You need to be flowing, right? You need to be flowing. You need to be flowing because when you take and you don't give, you're not going to attract anybody to you. This is so important. Once people get into the billionaire status, you think about empire, control, because now you do not want chaos. Okay, if you've spent time to build your empire, you've built your system, you've built your structure, you've got to now set yourself making sure you have insurance, you protect those things. Okay, this is another level of thinking. Let me tell you this. People who do not think to create, they can destroy. They are in the business of destroying. Why? They want to bring everybody around them down to their level of chaos. People that have not done the work. You remember I talked about the first skill of getting your own house in control. People who haven't done this, okay, they're always out, okay, to unleash chaos. So part of this journey too is to make sure that you start putting guardrails and control in your space. It's about boundaries. Those who do not employ boundaries, because you do business the way you do life, right? Your thinking will create your life. Is that if people do not know how to create boundaries in their real life, the business will suffer and the business cannot grow, it cannot scale, because everything you're going to do in business has to do with boundaries. Setting processes is a boundary, contracts, agreements, everything is a boundary, process is a boundary. This is how we're going to be, this is who we're going to be, this is who we are not. Brand, boundary, right? Pushing the boundaries and establishing your own rules, right? And then you continue to amplify your influence, right? And the value, and tell the story, right? At an higher level. When you think about the billionaires around the world today, they're not keeping quiet. You can see that they continue to amplify, advance their goals, because this is a journey that doesn't end. Because you can leverage more, with more that you create, you can leverage more, you can keep growing, you can keep expanding, you can keep amplifying, and you can keep creating value. As long as you can create value, you can resolve problems in the world, and you have the skills, you've developed the skills, right? Guess what? Amplification is now the game. They become louder, they become bigger, they acquire more, they control more. Why? Because it all starts with controlling you. But people who haven't done this work cannot offer the world what they've not offered themselves. But I'm telling you, once you've solved that and you can build like the programs in 10-week accelerator, then you will expand. You will continue to expand. This is why I say you're set for life when you complete that 10-week accelerator. I say you're set for life when you complete that 10-week accelerator. Yes, because nobody can take this from you, and you're set. So I want to thank you for this journey. I would love to hear from you. Questions, comments below. And as you go into the 10-week accelerator, trust me, this is a game changer for life. Invest the time to focus, to discipline yourself, to get quiet, to think deeper, so that you can solve the problems you have and the problems you want to solve for the world, so that you can increase your value and you can increase also the reward that comes at you. And always realize, okay, how long is it going to take, right, to get all of those things? Again, it's mathematics, is thinking. And one thing I want to say as I wrap up is that if you want personalized guidance and coaching, reach out. There'll be email below. If you want to invite me to speak to your team at your company, reach out as well. Okay, tons of resources here, over 300 resources in my academy. I'm super excited to be serving entrepreneurs around the world. There's incredible resources here. Take advantage of them, okay, to propel yourself forward and complete your quantum leap into the future you desire. God bless you. Bye for now.